Welcome to the Redvee TV preview show, supported by A-Star Recruitment for the 2019 season, as we look ahead to Saints' trip to Perpignan to face the Catalan Dragons in round 9 of the 2019 Super League. That's a mouthful.
Sounded it.
And the squad have already travelled over Thursday, 2 days preparation. None of this fly in, fly out like.
Yeah, I know they've done that in the past, haven't they? But I kind of like getting over there. I mean, they can fly back home straight away, or that'd be my plan, I suppose. But yeah, getting over there and getting settled, it sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah, chance to get acclimatised, have a good night's sleep tonight, maybe a little run out with the ball tomorrow.
Yeah.
And be ready for Saturday evening.
Yeah, exactly.
Always a tough place to go, no matter what you see from Catalan away from home.
Yeah, I think there was someone in the press who actually alluded to that, who said that the intensity that they got from Catalan when they played for Catalan away from home was completely different to when they played at home. I think you just see that in the results. I mean,
was that Zeb?
In fact,
it was Zeb in his interview with Mike Critchley for the St. Helens Star, which is always worth a read.
Yeah, well, Mike Critchley is one of the best columnists about, isn't he? Yeah, and you see like the lack of intensity from them in away games. I mean, you have a look at that match against Wigan last week, and I'd read absolutely nothing into that.
Apart from Wigan's the best back three.
Well, yeah,
in the world.
Yeah, I've noticed a couple of Wigan fans are chirping up in our mentions on Twitter, so they must have won a couple of games.
Woke up, have they?
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. They're a different beast at home. Squad news wise, Jack Wellesby and Danny Richardson come in place of Theo Fage and Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook, whose partner is about to give birth.
Yeah, it's not like when you're playing away at Wakefield or you're at the Totally Wicked and you can just nip off at half time and jump in the car.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Mrs. McCarthy-Scarsbrook will particularly forgive him if he was stuck in Perpignan while she's in labour.
Yeah, congratulations to them as well, and to Zeb Tyre and his partner, and Alex Walmsley and his partner.
What was the comments we got on Facebook?
Yeah, I'd love to have thought of this one, but it was it just shows that this squad can get past a semi.
Make it that way, you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, mate, I was thinking of putting a thing out, a calendar. So, boys, if you want kids next year, now is about the right time, till probably about the end of April, just so you can get it out the way before the season starts next time round.
It's either that or we were celebrating England in the World Cup, were we, around all that time? So, yeah, who knows. But I think, to be honest, the Theo Fage and Danny Richardson one is completely expected.
Obviously, Theo's going to be missing a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Potentially back for Easter, but a real good chance for Danny Richardson, who many said he should get a chance at some point, and he's waited 8 weeks. He's kept himself fit playing at Lee, and he should be ready and raring for action, and a real big opportunity for him if he wants to get back in this side.
And I don't think there's a Saints fan hoping that he doesn't take this chance. I think everybody is behind him. The way that I'd like him to go into it as well is not think, right, I've got 2 games to nail my place down. It's to go into it and go, right, this is my shirt. I'm wearing number 7. Yeah. I should be the scrum half. So I'm going to go out there, I'm going to play my normal game, like Justin Holbrook said in the press as well. I'm going to play my normal game, I'm going to kick goals off the touchline, and I'm going to show why I should be in this team. And people, and we've mentioned his defence not being as good as Theo's. Listen, at times, yeah, he was a little bit, well, not as good as Theo, it's not unfair to say, but his defence wasn't that bad last year.
No.
There were just certain games that he got spotted at.
And he brings different attributes to the side. And do you know what? I'd rather have an informed Theo Fage and an informed Danny Richardson and be having to make that selection.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I don't think there's anybody... I don't get this team Theo, team Danny. It's, at the end of the day, the best player should be the one who's playing.
Yes.
And now is the time for Danny to show his worth.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, as I say, everybody's hoping that he does do that. I think we'll miss a bit with Louis as well. The intensity he brings from off the bench is something that I don't think any of our other players kind of replicate. He's got a bit of speed up front as well. And yeah, I know people don't like his whooping and his high fives and his cheerleading.
Not many now, it's just the odd
yeah,
crank.
But that's it. But you know what? he brings a togetherness to that team as well. And I bet they miss him on the trip over there.
And he's a really good complement to Alex Walmsley and Luke Thompson, who were starting games.
Yeah.
They go off and all of a sudden you get Louis barreling at you for the next 15-20 minutes before half time.
And he can fit a couple of different positions in the forward pack, so he will be a big miss.
So from the 19, then who do we expect to miss out? Obviously, James Roby should. We're talking, assuming everybody's fit.
Yeah.
James Roby should come back in at 9 after his week off last week. Will Aaron Smith retain his place or potentially miss out?
I suppose it depends on what Justin does with that last bench spot. Because with Catalan having such a big pack, do you go toe to toe and put loads of props on the bench, or do you spell it so your 9 can actually you can have a fresh 9 on, a fresh pair of eyes at the game? I know he's only a young lad, but even if you started with Smith and had Roby as the backup, but let's coming off the bench.
We used to have a Kieran Cunningham starting every game, and a young whippersnapper in James Roby coming in spelling him.
Yeah.
Centres, Mark Percival should come back.
Yes.
So you'd assume Jack Wellesby will be going over for the trip, for the experience.
Yeah, you'd imagine it's going to be the 2 young lads, Smith and Wellesby, to miss out. But Justin sprang a little bit of a surprise on us last week, albeit slightly forced. So you never know.
Other things that have happened over the last week, the Magic shirt has come out. It looks like a Saint shirt.
It does.
I've seen old people saying it doesn't. Well, it's got a Redvee on it. It's got a Stickman on it. It's got a Saints badge on it. And what more do you really want? It's red and white.
Yeah, I mean, people will, and it's. I suppose you look at it from a retail point of view. You can't have it near enough the same as the home shirt,
or something that just looks like a normal away shirt.
Yeah. Because if you have it as something that looks like the home shirt, you take away sales from that home shirt. So you need something slightly different. It looks like we've gone down the route, and I think, I'm not sure if Huddersfield have done the same, but we went down the route of having a majority red shirt, haven't we? Red shorts, because we're playing at Liverpool's ground. Sorry. But that's what it looks like we've done.
I'm not having that. I'm just thinking it's just red and white.
Yeah.
Don't even suggest that as a reason.
But if they have done that, then it's a little bit...
We've got a chairman who supports Man United.
Well, yeah.
Red for Man United at the home of Liverpool.
Yeah,
we'll go for.
Fair enough, even though there's red shorts and red socks. But that looks like they're doing the same marketing as Witness did with the when we were up at Newcastle with the black and white striped shirts. And it's, you know what,
but a little bit more subtle, so it doesn't upset me.
Yeah, just you and a couple of the other blue noses who'll get on to me now, I'd imagine.
Somebody said it on the forum and I just ignored it.
But yeah, you look at it from the front. You look at the shirt from the front. It looks like a Saint shirt.
And do you know what? It's a niche shirt, isn't it? It's probably not going to be mass produced. Obviously, they'll go off the pre-orders, and there'll be some extra.
Yeah.
So nobody's expecting every fan to go out and pay £50 for it.
Correct.
But the more that they do sell, supports a really good local charity in St Helens Autism Support.
Absolutely. Right.
Is it £30,000 since 2016 that they've raised just from the sales of these shirts, which is tremendous. At the end of the day, it'd be quite easy for the club to put out a special shirt and just rake all in every bit into their own coffers, and it'd still sell. So the fact that the club are supporting local charity, I know it's close to the heart of quite a few people in this town, is really good.
Yeah, that's it. And with the shirt, it's not just the money that's raised from it, it's the kind of the promotion of that charity.
Yeah.
So it's always in a Saints fan's mind that the Saints Autism
well, you know what?
charity
I think
is there.
And I think the thing that you bob on with that, because nobody had to have it explained to them this year what the jigsaw pieces meant.
Yeah.
Which shows that it's getting into people's psyche in the town, and they understand.
And people, as you say, not everybody's expected to go out and pay 50 quid for a shirt. But people might turn around and say, well, you know what, I'm going to give a couple of quid to him. If that's the charity that Saints are getting behind, I'm going to give a couple of quid to him. There's
one. St Helens Autism Support, you need to set up a text number for people to donate to, and you might get a few more donations.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
We'll push it for you if you do. We'll get in touch and see if that can be sorted out at some point. What else can we talk about? Main topic of conversation for the evening. The Women's Super League starting on Sunday.
Yeah.
You will be present for us.
I'll be going down.
Unfortunately, I'm unavailable due to Blue Nose commitments. But we will have representation.
Yeah. I'll be down there, down at Robin Park.
Massive game to start the season for the women.
Well, that's it. It's against the champions in Wigan. I hate saying them words together.
That's what they like the men this year.
But yeah, that's it. Saints are looking stronger. They've made a signing in Beth Stott, who's coming from I think it's Waterloo Rugby Union,
where she had a glittering career.
Yeah.
From Haydock originally.
Yeah. Oh yes, come on the Yickers. But yeah,
the posh side of you.
And
ones who claim to be Saints fans.
I was going to say there's no posh side. I come from Haydock, lad. But yeah, and not only that, they've got some familiar faces there, and you've got the likes of Jodie Cunningham coming back into the team.
Missed most of last season.
I think Jenny Wellsby is back into the team as well. So
real established players and senior players as well.
Exactly.
Who can help support some of the younger girls who have got a year behind them now.
Yeah, exactly. You've got the younger ones like Pip Birchall, and then you've got the people who you're always going to look out for, the Rebecca Rotherham, Faye Gaskin, people like that who. That's it. Saints are well equipped to have another tilt at the title this year.
Yeah, we probably got caught a little bit short. Probably the middle of last year when we got a couple of injuries and the play maybe went off the boil a little bit. But a chance for the girls to make a real statement of intent on Sunday and go to Wigan and get a result.
Absolutely, and there's nothing better than going over to Wigan and getting a result, especially if the champions and the kind of rubbing your nose in it a little bit. There's going to be nothing better than going over there and really going toe to toe with them.
And hopefully, a lot of the Saints fans who haven't been able to get over to Catalan this weekend will take the opportunity to get to Robin Park on Sunday and get their little bit of a Saints fix.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Much else?
I just saw something on the Saints website that they're doing a ticket deal. So if you're not a season ticket holder, you kind of, I don't know, bob in and out of games. There's currently a ticket deal on for 3 games in April. So you've got Warrington coming up, you've got Hull FC on Easter Monday, and then you've got the much looked for Sunday fixture in Catalan Dragons at home. Now, we always get people telling us that there should be more rugby on a Sunday. So
chance to take the kids.
This is the perfect chance. Now, they're doing tickets. They start adults in the West Stand from £60. Get onto the Saints website and have a little look at that, because there's all different price brackets. There's all different age brackets for young adults.
So 60 quid for an adult in the West Stand for 3 games is the equivalent of
20 quid. 20's plenty.
So yeah, real good opportunity. And then I know the clubs have got the community. The club have got the community cashback scheme as well.
Yeah, for the Catalan game.
For all the local clubs who will have opportunity on the Sunday to sell tickets. I think it's £10 for adults, £5 for kids from the local club, with the local clubs getting 50% of that ticket price back. And you know what? Again, the club don't need to do it. Yeah, they're attracting fans into the club, but they could have just put the £10 and £5 offer on themselves and raked in the cash. But instead, rewarding the community clubs who basically are the lifeblood of supplying our future stars or current stars.
Well, that's it. And if they can get a couple of thousand into that East Stand, because I think they're selling tickets for the East Stand, but if they can get a couple of thousand in there, as most of you know, I'm a Burnley fan, and we actually went to having fans in all 4 sides of the stadium and cutting the away end in half. And it makes a difference having fans on all 4 sides, because when the players are going back, especially against a team like Catalan, who for obvious reasons don't bring many away fans, going back behind the sticks to receive a kick-off after we've inevitably scored, being nobody there, you can imagine that it's just a mundane thing, whereas having like fans of the future and their parents in there giving them a cheer, it will lift them. So hopefully people can take advantage of that as well.
Yeah, and for me, aside from your Wigan, your Warrington game, your bank holiday game, for me, with the price of them tickets and it being on a Sunday, there's no reason why that crowd should not end up as one of our biggest of the season if the club keep promoting it properly.
Yeah, exactly, and that's it. And everybody can do the bit. So if you see us tweet about it, the club tweet about it, your local club tweet about it, just make sure as many people know, just to try and get that offer really sold out. And
the last one as well, season ticket holders, one of the benefits of your season ticket is that you can bring a fan for £5 to... You've got a voucher on your season ticket that you can get a ticket for £5 for any game except for the Wigan game. So, do you know what? If you've got a lapsed mate, we've got a lapsed mate. We'll have to use him. See if he gets onto that. But yeah, if you've got a lapsed mate who's not been for a while, ask them if they want to come the game with you for a fiver, and just bring them along. And you know what? They might get the bug again.
Yeah. Yeah. Good idea.
But yeah, crowds for Saints is utterly up this season, based on like-for-like games last season. So things going in the right direction. Team doing well on the field.
Just don't believe everything you hear from a certain Bradford fan on the internet.
Yeah. Listen to us. So Saturday then, we will return with the instant fan reaction after the game. Unfortunately, due to Kev getting married, we're not going this year. I'm just using that as an excuse. That's why we're not there this year.
Don't say the word unfortunately. I do want to get married, you know.
She won't watch 10 minutes. You can let it out, Kev.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be watching the game on TV.
Yeah.
And doing the instant fan reaction after the game. It's not the greatest way to watch a game if you're trying to do an actual review, because you only see what the Sky cameras tell you, and you listen to stats maybe you see on the screen rather than what your eyes actually tell you in a live position in the ground. But do you know what? It's one game of the year. We'll be forgiven and we'll eat some. What do French people eat?
Baguettes. Cheese.
Snails.
You can have that.
If we win, Kev will eat a snail.
Oh, I won't.
So there we are. We will do a question and answer session, which we'll put out on Monday evening. So if you want to tweet us some questions between now and the weekend, we'll answer what we can, and we'll get that up for you on Monday night for your viewing pleasure. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we will catch you soon on Redvee TV. Au revoir.